Something clicks in my head. I wasn't thinking straight back then because of my regret, but thinking about it calmly, I missed something. He saw us, so it would be dangerous unless we adjust his memory. Basically, Lancer prioritized eliminating the witness over his battle with us. Lancer's thinking he probably matches his master's. So, if such a master finds out the guy he killed didn't die, what would he do? I get it from my sofa. It's been 3 hours since then. I might not make it, but after all, I did have to make it on time. Okay. I run through the night. I guess I know where he lives. Maybe he's still at school? Fortunately, I know where his house is. You think he already woke up? No, I didn't look at him, but it just happens that an acquaintance of mine goes there a lot, though I've never been there myself. Well, she did say that Sakura would be really sad, right? Archer has no interest in cooperating. He was against saving the guy when he was dying, and he's against me going to help him right now. It's midnight. Under the cloudy night sky, we reach his Japanese-style house. There's no sight of anyone in the house, on the edge of the residential district. There aren't many houses around it, and there's no one to come and help if something happens here. My breath is white. A wind starting to pick up. Must be quite strong as the clouds start to drift fast. It is February, so that makes sense. The supposedly warm wind of Fuyuki sends chill down my spine, making me tremble. Even if Fuyuki is considered warm, it's still cold on the hill. The air around here is frozen. I strain my ears in the cold atmosphere. But is it cold because it's colder up on the hill, or is it colder because Lancer's here? In the frozen feeling, I feel a small sense of an enemy. I bite my lip. His presence is perceptible on the other side of this wall. Lancer's in the house already, and about to kill the same guy again, who's just come home without a clue, so what happened? I'm just about to command Archer to go in. What was that? A bright white light like a fallen sun comes from within the house. The presence eclipsed by another presence. The wave of power of the Servant Lancer is consumed by an even larger wave. The instantaneous explosion of ether gives the spiritual being a body summoned to overpower Lancer. Oh, is this the Saber summoning from the beginning? I can only mutter, but it's true. To prove it, Lancer jumps over the wall and leaps away as if fleeing from this place. Really? Interesting. So she did say that there was just one other Magus, right? I was assuming Sakura. I mean, I guess Emiya there had to get Saber eventually. Maybe she just was completely unaware, or he was completely unaware of that? Archer answers calmly. I've lost my normal judgment. That's why I didn't even consider the obvious event that would follow. The wind blows strongly. Clouds cover the sky like an umbrella. The unlit suburbs are enclosed by darkness. And the servant jumps over the wall, coming down like a demonic bird. Archer's reacted already, but I couldn't react. That was my mistake. The battle ended with a small opening, not even lasting a second. It might have been only a second for me, but for that servant, it was an opening that could not be ignored. The sword rushes for me. Archer pushes me aside and the servant slashes him. It happens in an instant. Archer, who handled Lancer's fury of attacks beautifully, has been taken down with one blow. But I make it in time this time. Just as the enemy servant is about to cut Archer's head with her blade, I forcibly remove him. Man, the pronoun game is strong. I know pronouns aren't as like significant in Japanese, so maybe it's not as pronoun game strong in Japanese, even if they're doing the same basic idea. A pain in my right hand. It must have been an excessive command, so the command spells disappear from my hand. Really? Fuck. Now there's only one remaining. But this is for the best. Rather than having Archer die, I would prefer lose 1 or 2 command spells. Giving no considerations for Archer's disappearance, Servant attacks me. I take from my pocket a topaz with a wind spell stored in it. Then I launch all the magical energy it contains at her without processing it. This thing, which can blow away a house without a trace, is a bundle of wind spells I've stacked up over time. It's one of 10 jewels I've been putting my magical energy into for 17 years without rest. I'm using all the magical energy stored in it, so even if I can't defeat her, I should at least slow her down a bit. No, not even that. It did nothing. The swirl of wind that instantly tears apart anything caught within it disappears like a magic trick the instant it torches the servant. The swirl of wind that instantly tears apart anything caught within it disappears like a magic trick the instant it touches the servant. Such strong magical resistance. Mere magical energy from magic cannot hurt the servant. I mean, it has to be Saber, right? So, this is it. She can't be hurt by my magic. I've lost the protection of Archer, so I can't stop the servant. I barely managed to avoid one blow, but that's all. I look up at the night sky. This is the figure of cold-hearted death who's looking down at me as I lay miserably on the ground. Okay, that's game, everyone. Back it up, we're going home. We're good. Yep. Okay. The wind blows. In between the dark clouds of the spiral sky, the moon shines, falling moonlight in a beautiful face. This is the servant that drove off a lancer, defeated my archer in one strike, and annulled my magic with no trouble. Oh, is it Magus? Is it Magus? Magus? I don't know. I'm recording, whatever. It's supposed to be one or the other, I suppose. Let me know. I'll probably keep going with Magus, because I know there are some words that are very much not Japanese, that in Japanese they tend to pronounce very differently because their Japanese itself doesn't include, or there are ways to pronounce things that are much more easily assumed, so people go with that typically. The girl's voice is like a bell. Yes, this is the voice. Yes, this voice is like a nightmare right now. It's only natural. The more beautiful my enemy is, the more of a nightmare it is that I cannot believe the difference in our strength. The point of the sword shines brilliantly. On the verge of death, I understand. With just one look, without proof. This is the card I wanted. The one said to be strong to all servants. The hero of the sword. Is the sword... I look up at the moon, accepting my death. No time for me to flee or plead for my life. I will die here, and Tohsaka's reign Holy Grail War will end on the 3rd day. There's only disgrace and regret, and I will probably vanish bearing a grudge against my enemy. But still, I don't feel anything. Something must really be wrong with me. Even though I'm going to be killed in an instant, I adore her again. That's right. If you ask for regrets, that's it. But I guess it can't be helped. Because she's the most powerful servant. Because her figure is just so heartless, so infinitely valiant, and so beautiful. Okay. Eventually it's gonna come back, right? Okay. And we have the fucking menu! We have a menu now! That was how long? What? I'm in the second recording session and we get to an actual menu. What? 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 No, what? I guess this is the Ryatsu Nua one. Every fucking oh. Oh. Oh my. For fuck's sake. Oh, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Okay. God damn it. I don't. Config the same? Yes. Config is the same. Oh, extra. Oh, we have the prologue. Okay. Interesting. Gallery. Oh, fate. Okay, we have all these. Man, that's most of, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. That's a good amount of that. Am I missing stuff? Oh, or is that supposed to come later, technically? Oh, there's multiple versions, etc., etc. Okay. Oh, yeah, he has the blood of the heart. Where is this? Oh, this looks like it's in... It's not in school. It doesn't look like it, at least. Okay. Okay. Actually... the order in this seems... Like this came after... Or this came before this one. Okay, well, whatever. Actually, wait, what was that? Another. Maybe these are just ones that are used, like, throughout. Possibly. With music and movie. What? Okay, that's what we just saw. Oh, this... I know there's 3 of them, so this might be 3 different openings for each of them. So... God, it's nearly 4 hours! I don't think I've recorded for 4 hours. I might have left it open for 4 hours and whatnot. Oh, for... fuck's sake. Oh... Start. We're at the main menu, guys. Let's start. I am the bane of my sword. Steals my body and fires my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades, unknown to death, nor to life. I have withstood pain to create many weapons. Yet those hands will never hold anything. So as I pray, unlimited blade works. It said fade on the main menu, so I'm hoping this isn't... When I came to, I was in a burning field. I guess there was a big fire. The familiar town had turned to ashes, and it looked like the remains of a battlefield from a movie. But that didn't last long either. The fire had died down by the time the sun rose. The tall wall of flames had shortened, and most of the buildings had fallen. It felt strange, being the only thing in that place and still had its original form. I was the only one still alive around here. I must have been really lucky, or my house was built in a very lucky spot. I don't know which it was, but the point is I was the only one left alive. I felt that since I survived, I should live on. I started walking aimlessly, because I thought it would be dangerous to just stay here. I wasn't really concerned about getting burned up like people, like the people around me. Probably because over and above not wanting to be like them, I had a stronger feeling in my mind. But still, I had hope. I had no hope. I was wondered It was already a wonder I was still alive, so I couldn't expect to be saved. I wouldn't survive. Whatever happened, I won't be able to escape from this red world. Such an absolute hell that even a small child could understand it. And I collapsed. Was it because there's no air, or was it because no function was left in my body? Anyway, I collapsed and stared up at the clouded sky. Everything around me was burned up, and I could see many shriveled people. The dark clouds loomed overhead, telling me it would rain soon. That's good. The fire will put out once it rains. Yeah, in the end, I sighed deeply and looked up at the sky. I say to myself that it hurts. I say so on behalf of all the people who couldn't even say so. If this is what I think it is. That was 10 years ago. After that, I was miraculously saved. My body survived. But I think all the other things about me burnt up and were reduced to ashes. If you take away a child's parents' home and all such things, there's nothing left for him. That's why there's only my body. I think it's a simple story. In other words, in order to let my body live, my heart died. What, getting pierced through the heart? Right, I'm pretty sure that's, So if I do remember something from the end where one of the people in Fate Zero, was on, gave up on the world or something and just, adopted someone in the wreckage of everything that happened at the end. I think that was him, probably. I'm not sure if at the time I recognized his design, but I know there's a point where I remembered that in that light. Well, yeah. Could be wrong, but yeah, I'm dreaming. I squint my eyes at the white light. So bright, I think. It was just light entering my eyes when I woke up, but I'm not used to it. Probably didn't even understand what the bright light meant. When my eyes focus, I'm surprised. I'm lying on an unfamiliar bed in an unfamiliar room. I'm surprised, but the room is so white and clean that I feel safe. I look around. The room is big and there are many beds. A person is in each bed and everyone seems to be hurt. But nothing feels ill in this room. Everyone who's hurt is someone who's saved. I can relax and let my eyes wander. Outside the window, the bright blue sky was unbelievably beautiful. After a few days, I finally understand. I could clearly remember what had happened in the past few days. Even so, I was no different from a newborn baby. That's just a metaphor, it's close to the truth. Anyway, it was a terrible fire. I had been safe from it, was in a hospital with my body wrapped in bandages. My parents were gone. I didn't get the situation, but I vaguely understood that I was alone. I think I understood quickly. Well, there's nothing but children in similar situations around me, so all I could do was absorb the fact. And then after that, that man came, right when I was beginning to worry that it would happen next to me. Or to me next. He came to me, he came on the day my bandages were to be taken off and I was able to eat without help. Wrinkled coat and uncombed hair. The man, a bit younger than the doctor, felt more like a big brother than a father.
Konnichiwa. Kimi ga Shirou-kun da ne?
A smile that seemed to melt in the white sunlight. I think it was a suspicious voice, but a very kind voice.
率直に聞くけど、孤児院に預けられるのと、初めて会ったおじさんに引き取られるの。君はどっちがいいかな?
What about run away and never have to deal with this shitty... That's quite a choice to deal with right away. The man was saying he could adopt me. When I asked him if he was a relative of mine, he said he was just a stranger. Do you have relatives? He looked like an unreliable guy with no future. Perfect. Let's go with that. But it made no difference, as I knew nothing about either one, him or the orphanage. So, I decided to go with him.
そうか。 よかった。なら早く身支度を済ませよう。新しい家に一日でも早く慣れなくっちゃいけないからね。
The guy quickly started packing my stuff. His packing wasn't very good even in the eyes of a child. Then, after making a big mess...
おっと、大切なことを言い忘れた。うちに来る前に一つだけ教えなくちゃいけないことがある。
Is that okay? He turns to me lightheartedly and says, Oh.
はじめに言っておくとね、僕は魔法使いなんだ。
The guy I remember doing that, I don't remember. Did he have any particularly strong ability? I think it was the guy who was controlling Saber during that. I'm pretty sure he was like cut off. So this is what I remember about him. I'm pretty sure he's the one who won in Fate Zero. It did not go how he expected at all. I'm not remembering the details, I'm just remembering it's like didn't really grant the wish like he wanted. Whether it granted it in a weird way or I don't remember exactly how, or if it was like it didn't really grant wishes or etc, or granted someone else's wish, or etc. And I remember that failing and then him just like not getting what he wanted, then like turning around and saying like, oh fuck, everything's like just being destroyed or something. And probably that fire. It's probably that fire that really came out of it. And I think he like tried to go save people or something like that, because he was like, oh shit, everyone's dying. And like he tried to help people, etc, and then after that he tried to go back to the group he was working with, and they were like, no man, no, just leave. And because I think he was like an outside contractor or something that was like technically like hired by the group to be their master in the war, in a way. I think, if I remember correctly. Again, details are coming back to me, so I remember this all in a vague sense. So he was just like shunned from it, and he had like nothing left. The no future probably is right. And then he basically went and came back with like nothing left. It's like, okay, I guess I'll adopt one of them maybe. And then I just sort of remember a shot of him just like sitting next to, this is the visual in my mind, next to Shirou or whatever, Emiya, whatever, like years later at the very end of it, that sort of thing. I mean, I think I knew at the time that it was connected to Fate Stay Night in some way, so I think I probably thought of that in a way that was more along the lines of, yeah, that's probably hinting at what happened in Fate Stay Night, or what this, the beginning of Fate Stay Night, etc. Again, half a decade ago. If I'm rambling a bit, I'm rambling, definitely. He says it in a serious, exaggerated tone. Oh, and I guess it would sort of make sense if he had Saber. I guess that was just a thought, like, if he did have Saber, if he ended up keeping that, like, relic or whatever. Something like that. It happened in an instant. Come to think of it now, I really was a child back then. I automatically believe those words. Well, okay, the real thing that I was thinking of when he said that, I don't remember him having anything that made him, as Rin described sorcerers, of being these people who can do things well beyond magic or something. I guess I said so, with bright eyes. Since that time, I became his child. Actually, I don't remember what I said back then. But my father would always talk about that day. He would remember and retell the story again and again. So, for my father, Kiritsugu, that might have been the happiest day of his life. So, I guess it was strange for my father to tell me that he was a sorcerer, but it was strange as well for admiring that. And thus, I became an adopted son. My last name became Emiya. Emiya Shirou. When I said my name, I was really proud of having the same last name as Kiritsugu. I'm dreaming. A story from my childhood. It was when I finally convinced my father to make me a student, so it must have been about 8 years ago. When I was old enough to stay home by myself, Kiritsugu started to leave the house on a regular basis. He would say in his normal tone that he would travel the world and actually act on those words. That's how it was after that. It was normal for him to leave the house empty for a month, and he sometimes wouldn't come home for half a year. Oh my. The Emiya house is a big Japanese style house, and Kiritsugu and I were the only ones living there. I was perplexed in this house at times, as it was too big for a child, but still, I liked my life here. Emiya Kiritsugu would come home from his journeys and tell me lots of stories like a child. And the child who shared his last name would be at home waiting for those stories. I was always alone in the house, but that loneliness would all fade away with the stories he brought back. And the father, who was always chasing his dreams like a kid, his attitude was astounding, but he always seemed dazzling to me. That might be why I wanted to be like him someday. Well, on top of that, looking at my ever-dreaming father, I felt I should become reliable myself. Oh my, oh my. Okay. We're going back to 131. I hear sound. I hear a heavy, old rusty sound as the door opens. Light enters the dark shed. My mind waking up.
Senpai, 起きてますか?
Feels the cold air and approaching footsteps. Okay, so she does know I'm okay.
はい。おはようございます、先輩。
Okay. Well, there is absolutely no way to tell who's actually speaking until you hear the voice, so what I would know, because of this style of visual novel, I forget, it has a name for it, I don't remember what it is, so I can't like turn off the voice and like, oh, I'm Emiya now. Yeah, I get to be more immersed because I'm doing that, but I guess I can't. Oh well. Support the original release, everyone. I don't do visual novels to supplement stuff. I do them as reactions for things people already enjoy and have experienced to some extent, to do them vicariously through others. If you watch it, if you experience something the first time through mine, then I can't really stop you, but that's not really the intent. Not really. And realistically, I do like to put myself in the shoes of the main character, because it's more immersive and also interesting and different. Oh, and if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen me talk about before, yes, I do specifically do this for what I said, like vicariously re-experiencing something, because that's pretty good. It's like showing someone a movie, like, and just seeing the reactions. You can sort of relive it, the original experience vicariously, but you can't do that unless you have an original experience to pull from, and it's not as interesting, in my opinion, in the first place. Sakura smiles as if accustomed to the situation.
先輩、朝ですよ。まだ時間はありますけど、ここで眠っていたら藤村先生に怒られます。
そうだな。よく起こしに来てくれた。いつもすまない。
Oh, is this in the school? Huh.
そんなことありません。先輩、いつも朝は早いですから、こんな風に起こしに来れるなんてたまにしかありません。
Sakura seems more upbeat than usual today, as if she's happy about something.
そうかな。結構さくらには起こされてるぞ、俺。けど、藤姉には叩き起こされるから、さくらの方が助かる。これに懲りずに次は頑張る。
I answer her head with a sleepy head. Or answer her head. Sorry, no. I thought about what I just said in a really bad sexual context. I answer her head, end quote, with a sleepy head. That would have been a hell of a pun if it was a thing. Actually, oh my goodness. I don't know what I'm saying with my mind not fully. Thank you. Thank you. I've only been recording for like over an hour and a half, but fine, yeah.
はい、わかりました。でも、頑張ってもらわない方が嬉しいです、私。
Sakura's giggling. I guess my head was still dozing and I said something weird.
ちょっと待ってくれ。すぐ起きるから。
The cold outdoor air helps in situations like this. The chill works well to beat the sleepiness out of my head. Front of me is Mato Sakura, my junior at school. This place is a shed behind my house, and the time's 6 o'clock. Oh. Why would Sensei be mad?
先輩？
目が覚めた。ごめんな、さくら。
I
またやっちまった。
mean, I sort of get that,
朝の支度手伝わないといけないのに。
そんなのいいんです。先輩、夕べも遅かったんでしょ。なら朝はゆっくりしてください。
Sakura says so in a happy tone. It's unusual. Sakura seems to be in a really good mood this morning.
バカ、そういうわけにいくか。今起きるから一緒にキッチンに行こう。よし、準備完了。それじゃあ行こう、さくら。
いえ、その先輩。
なんだよ、他に何かあるのか。
いえ、そういうことではないんですけど、その先輩、家に戻る前に着替えた方がいいと思います。
That said, I looked down at myself. I fell asleep while I was working, so I'm still wearing my overalls. So he's like brought up by a magus. Fine, I say magus. Brought up by a magus. He's like a gearhead. Interesting. Very weird. Being my work clothes, then pretty dirty. I can't imagine what Fujine would say if I went into the house like this. Fujine.
まだ目が覚めてないみたいだ。なんか普段に増して抜けてるな、俺。
そうかもしれませんね。ですから朝食の支度は私に任せて、先輩はもう少しゆっくりしていてください。それにほら、ここを散らかしっぱなしにしていたら藤村先生に怒られるでしょ。
I am not remembering what that one homeroom teacher's name is, so I'm not sure if it's the same one.
そうだな。それじゃあ着替えてから行くから、さくらは先に戻っていてくれ。
Or hell, I don't really remember who the happy-go-lucky teacher was either.
はい、お待ちしてますね、先輩。
Sakura leaves. Well, I have to change my school uniform and clear up this mess. The shed is built on the edge of our yard, and just as it seems, it's a warehouse we put all our junk in. But for me, it's a place of treasures, as I've enjoyed messing with things since I was a kid. Father didn't allow me to go into the shed, but I always sneaked in here. As a result, it became my base. For me, Emiya Shirou, I guess you could call this place my real room. This big Emiya household doesn't suit me. I can only really relax in this space full of junk.
そもそももったいないじゃないか。ガラクタって言ってもまだ使えるし。
You know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So, because Shirou here, Emiya, really likes trash and whatnot, and he sort of he gravitates towards that. You could almost say that any potential romances he has in this with any of the girls and what so, all those girls actually are complete trash, right? Right? We can all agree on that, right? All you Fate Stay Night fans that have watched this before and have no attachment to any of the characters or female characters in this, right? They're all trash, right? Every single one, right? Yep. Okay. Good, we agree. Most of the things in here are appliances that can't be used anymore. Did I bring all the junk in here because I like the place, or did I come here to like it? Come to like it because of all the junk? Yeah, maybe a bit of both. Anyway, since I was always sneaky in here, it became my hobby to fix the broken things. It's not like I get attached to things. I just think it just annoys me not to use things that can still be used. And just like that, I was fixing up the stove all last night.
完成は明日か。途中で寝るなんて集中力が足りない証拠だ。
I check up the feeling of disappointing myself. I gather up all the parts on the stove and put them in the shelf, full of things waiting to be fixed. I wonder how the skill sets of sort of mechanical aptitude is actually going to, you know, help or not help. And this seems pretty departed from the whole magic part. There are no spaces on the shelf full of things awaiting repair. An old VCR waits after the stove. I guess I'll ignore the fact that Fujine broke both of them. I changed my uniform. This place is like my room, and it holds a change of clothes along with other things I need. It also has lots of blueprints and junk, the results of failures from when I was doing my training. There's also some kind of old design inscribed on the floor, like an altar or something. Like a summoning circle thing, maybe?
さて、今日も一日頑張って精進しよう。
Just maybe possibly summoning. Clapping my hands in prayer to the shed, I head for the house. Man, it's gonna take a lot of episodes to get back to the beginning, isn't it? I emerge from the shed. Wait, did this game do a double cold open? Did this game really do a double cold open? Where you have two flashbacks with the very beginning with obviously the summoning, and then from Rin to his perspective. Oh, my. Oh, fun. The Amy house was Japanese outskirts of town. My father wasn't much of a respected person in town, but he somehow saw this huge house. That on its own is a mystery, but it also seems he didn't have any relatives in Japan. That's why the house became mine, and no one else's when my father died. Oh, did he die? Oh, snap. Though, to be honest, I don't have that kind of management ability. Old man Fujimura is in charge of the complicated things like inheritance and property taxes. Fujimura, I don't recognize the name. Old man Fujimura is the big landlord in this neighborhood. According to father, the old man's like a Yakuza boss. Yay. Of course, this is just prejudice. He's not like a Yakuza boss. He is a Yakuza boss. Oh, yeah, can't go generalizing. Have to be accurate, right? Well, that's a problem in itself, but I prefer to ignore it. It's certainly true that he's energetic and scary, but he's actually not that bad a person. Well, you just call him Fujine, so... Well, presumably, maybe a relative of his. You're calling that? It really helps when he, helps me as he pays a lot when I tune up the motorcycle he likes to ride. Anyway, that's why I'm the only one living in this big house. I hope you had enough straight up money inheritance to, ooh. Sorry, crack my back. I hope you had enough straight up money inheritance to, like, keep the house for an extended period of time without working. It's been 5 years since father died. Damn, you're only with him for 5 years? Interesting. The days have passed quickly. I sigh thinking about how much I've grown in this 5 years. I've trained every day to be like Kiritsugu. It's not that easy in reality. It's natural because I had no talent to begin with, but what can be said about having no improvements in all that 5 years? To sum up the present in one sentence, my goal is so far away that I'm not even at the starting line yet. No, I guess it won't do any good to rush. For now, I have to do what I can. Well then, right now I should... We have choices, everyone! We have choices. Okay. I don't know. As per usual, my choices will essentially be whatever I want them to be. Now, I know this is supposed to be one of the routes. I don't know if there are multiple endings to these routes. Maybe there are bad ends along the ways. I don't know if any of these choices do anything. Maybe not, because these are split up into the main routes already. Maybe, maybe not, but I'll at least save it before I make a decision. And as of right now, I said I'd go out first, so sure. That's right. I have to go and help Sakura. I'd feel bad for both letting my junior do all the work and for Sakura coming here so early in the morning. But I'm too late. It seems breakfast has already been made. I can smell the elegant scents of breakfast befitting Sakura. Sakura has finished cooking and is opening up the cupboards. I can see that all she's left to do is set the table.
面目ない。せめて食器の用意ぐらいはやるから、さくらは座っててくれ。
もう来ちゃったんですか、先輩。
I tried so hard to get it done before you get here.
もうじゃないぞ。6時10分って言ったら朝飯を食ってる時間じゃないか。
そんなことはないと思いますよ。先輩は部活をしていないんですから、この時間は十分に早起きです。
But she is early. Wait, she is in a club, right? She's in the archery club, right?
部活は関係ない。それを言ったら朝練があるさくらがうちに来てくれるのも問題じゃないか。
いえ、私は好きでしていることですから、部活のことは気にしないでください。
ああ、それは何度も聞いた。だから俺も部活に関係なく早起きしてるんだ。
For me, waking up early is waking up before Sakura gets here, and sleeping is making Sakura prepare breakfast on her own, like today. Though this has only been a habit for a year and a half or so.
ともかく、さくらは休んでろよ。あとは並べるだけなんだから、それぐらい俺にやらせてくれ。
I stand next to Sakura and take out the dishes. Sakura is stubborn at times, and in situations like this, she won't rest unless she's forced to.
なら私もお手伝いします。お皿には私が盛りますから。
いや、だから全部こっちでやるからいいってば。
いけません。先輩はお家の主人なんですから。朝くらいはドーンと構えていてください。
Ow, 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 ow. She's showing your other palm. Or, not palm, back of her hand. For her right hand.
ドーンと構えろって。さくら一人に働かせてのんびりしている主人なんて家主失格だぞ。
はい。ぜひ失格してください。これ、いつも美味しいご飯を食べさせてもらっているお返しなんです。だからできれば、先輩にはゆっくりしていてほしいです。
食費だったら折半なんだからさくらが気にすることじゃない。感謝なんて言ったら俺がしたいぐらいだ。さくらが来てくれるようになってから飯が豪勢になったからな。
Our? Is there other people living here?
やっぱり先輩分かってなかったんですね。先輩のお家のご飯が美味しいのはそういうことじゃないんです。
そういうことじゃないってどういうことだ？
いえ、何でもありません。けど責任取ってくださいね。私、先輩の家じゃないとご飯を美味しくいただけなくなっちゃったんですから。
Switching part. Wait, there. That's not fair. I was confused for a second. Yes, let's. Okay, so confirmed. He's dense, definitely.
バカ、おかしなこと言うな。藤姉に聞かれたらどうするんだ。あの人には冗談なんて通じないんだから。
She. Okay, so that's an old man one.
そうですね。藤村先生に聞かれたら大変です。
Wait, what was the name used for the Yukis again? I thought it was. Fujimura. And this one is. Yeah, Fujimura. Okay.
Maったくだ。あんまりおかしなこと言うな。
I guess that family gets around.
はい、言いません。言いませんからお手伝いしていいですよね、先輩。
And yes, I'm still not remembering what the homeroom teacher from before was called. Sakura looks up at me naturally and calmly.
いいよ、好きにしろ。そんなにやりたきゃさくらに任せる。
はい、好きにします、私。
まったく、本当に最近言うこと聞かなくなったよな、さくら。
ですね。藤村先生に似てきたのかもしれません。
Speaking softly, Sakura reaches up for the cover. Her silky hair and smooth skin catch my eye. Oh yeah, okay, so you notice her, but you don't notice her. How can I put this? It's troubling. She must be maturing as she seems really feminine these days. Her casual movements and her figure are so beautiful that I instinctively look away.
先輩、どうかしましたか？
いや、どうもしてない。どうもしてないから気にしないでくれ。
Honestly, why am I feeling tense around my friend's sister? After all, Sakura's not like that. She's a good underclassman and a junior I need to take care of. First of all, the relationship between me and Matsuo Sakura is just that of senpai and junior. She's the sister of a close friend of mine, but since she's a grade below me, we weren't that close. It all changed a year and a half ago when the fire in this cooperative kind of into this cooperative. It all changed a year and a half ago into this cooperative kind of relationship. Man, I fucked myself up there. Sakura came to Kirk when I came to Kirk when I was injured, and after that, I think we just ended up like this. I think we intended to do it until my injury healed, but some trivial thing came up to make her stay with it. Anyway, Sakura is a good cook and perfect at cleaning and doing laundry. It's a big help to have her helping around here in the mornings, but it's been a bit troubling recently. The problem is not in Sakura, but me. Frankly, Sakura's beautiful. I'm still not a big fan of her design, but okay. She's one of the best looking first years, and I'm sure there are lots of guys who want to date her. And on top of that, she's been growing in certain places recently, and some of her casual gestures have started to catch my eye. That's what I mean by a small problem. Maybe I'm just feeling guilty about being attracted to my friend's sister. Usually I'm fine, but when I'm caught off guard just like now, I blush. All this to make me an unsuitable senpai? I'm not allowed to be attracted to people 1 year younger than me. How dare I? No. Breakfast is placed on the table. A perfect breakfast consisting of chicken salad, cooked salmon, spinach, radish, and carrot miso soup and yam stew. Oh, that sounds horrible. I like none of that. My goodness.
Itadakimasu.
Sakura and I bow and start our meal quietly. The sounds of our chopsticks echo. Sakura isn't the talkative type, and I'm not versatile enough to talk while eating. Naturally, meal times are quiet. Usually it's louder, but today the loud person is. Okay. Okay. She must be. Yeah, Fujine. She must have been watching spy movies last night, as she's eyeing us while hiding behind a newspaper.
藤村先生、ご飯時に新聞は見ない方がいいと思いますよ。
But it makes me more stealthy, right? Fujine ignores Sakura's question. She's acting weird, but Fujine always acts in suspicious ways during breakfast. Sakura must be used to it. As she continues to eat with no particular care. Sakura prefers to make Western food. Ooh, great. She learned to cook Japanese food after she started coming here to help. Fujine and I prefer Japanese, so Sakura learned to make Japanese food for our breakfast. So now she's good at, she's so good she's almost surpassed me, her teacher. The salmon is especially good as it's cooked to perfection. Her miso soup is tasty, and she's shown some capacity for making yam soup by grinding yams. Actually, I think this is the first time she's made it.
あれ、さくら、醤油取って。
はい。大変です先輩。先輩のお醤油は昨日で切れてます。
Now, whatever will we do?
じゃあ、藤根のでいいや。取って。
藤村先生、いいですか？
Alright. Okay, so... Okay, so... She's not the sister of... you. She's the sister... You're the sister of a different friend. Of someone I'm just not remembering at the moment. It's probably been... Maybe that's, like, class president guy. Maybe. And why is Fujimura Sensei here at all? Okay. Maybe she's like a loan shark? Well, not like literally, but like an operative, not so operatively operative person for the Yakuza, because they're, you know, dealing with all that, the financial stuff much more so. And she just lives here with me for some reason. Maybe.
はいどうぞ。とろろ汁に使うんですか？
まあ、とろろには醤油だろう、普通。
No fucking clue. I put the soy sauce onto the white yam soup. I didn't even know you could make yam soup. After stirring hits, I put on the rice and take a bite. Man, the stickiness of the yam and taste of the soy sauce.
うわ、まずこれソースだぞ、ソース
I almost throw it back up. Oh, it's because you're trying to play a fucking prank? Fujine throws her newspaper away. Oh, for fuck's sake.
どうだ。朝のうちにソースとお醤油のラベルを取り替えておく作戦なのだ。
Ah, the female spy throws up her arms to show her happiness.
朝っぱらから何考えてんだあんたは。今年で25のくせにいつまで経っても藤根は藤根だな。
ふふんだ。昨日の恨み思い知ったか。
I have no fucking clue.
みんなと一緒になってお姉ちゃんをいじめるやつには当然の天罰ってところかしら。
天罰ってのは人為的なもんじゃないだろう。なんかおとなしいと思ったら昨日。
そうだよ。おかげでこれから急いでテストの採点しなくちゃいけないんだから。そういうわけで急がないとやばいのだ。
So you're putting off doing your job so you could actually play a prank on me. Oh, great. Right, Fujine sits back down and finishes her breakfast quickly.
はい、ごちそうさま。朝ごはん、今日も美味しかったよ、さくらちゃん。はい、
先に行くわね。二人とも遅刻したら怒るわよ。
And she runs off. What a life. There's something wrong with a world in which that thing is a fucking teacher.
先輩。
すまない。せっかくの朝食だっていうのに、藤姉のやつろくに味わいもしないで。
いえ、そういうのではなくて、昨日藤村先生に何かしたんですか？
いや、それがさ、昨日ついあだ名で呼んじまった。
Oh, the Fujine thing?
それじゃあ仕方ありませんね。先輩、藤村先生に謝らなかったんでしょう。
面目ない。いつものことなんで忘れてた。
Does she get divine retribution on you every time?
ダメですよ。藤村先生、先輩にあだ名を言われるのだけは嫌がるんですから。また泣かせちゃったんでしょう。
That would be excessive to cry over that.
泣かした上にダットのごとく走り去らせた。おかげで昨日の英語は自習だった。
What the That is emotionally unstable as hell. And I was awarded a student honor written on a note paper. Huh. But I threw it away. A student honor?
もう、
Wow.
それじゃあ、今朝のは先輩が悪いです。
Oh, for great. Student, I have no idea what that is. Fujine is like a big sister for Sakura, so she's basically on Fujine's side. That's good in its own way, but I wish she'd consider my situation where I have to deal with this Fujine 24/7. Fujine was originally acquainted to fathers, and she's been coming to the house a lot since I was adopted. She started to show up even more after father died, and she's almost now dependent, eating breakfast and dinner here. No. Maybe she's why I was able to make it on my own even after father died. Fujine, Sakura, and I are now residents of the Emiya household. Well, do they live and sleep here? But I'm the only one who knows that my father was a magus. It's said that magi must hide their identities. Magus. Damn it. I don't know. It just feels so much more natural to say the other one for some reason. That's why I've been hiding the fact that I'm learning magic ever since I became my father's student. I say I'm learning, but I can't even cast a single magical spell properly. With this kind of skill, it wouldn't make much of a difference whether I hide it or not. But because it was how my father wanted things, I've trained secretly since then. I don't think it's a matter of him wanting it like that or not. I finished my breakfast and prepare for school. I cleaned the dish with the Sakura while listening to news on the TV. Sakura staring at the TV screen. Over the screen runs an exaggerated teletype reading, "Gas leak accidents continue." It seems there was a big accident in the neighboring town of Shirou. It happened in a building in the business district. It seemed 4 people ran out of oxygen and fell unconscious. That's significant. They called it a gas leak, but this kind of accident is happening often recently. Ooh, you think it's that same thing? With like the boundary field? They stole their souls in order to make their people more powerful? Their servant more powerful? And they're just calling it gas leak, covering up like that, maybe?
今のニュース気になるのか、さくら。
いえ、別に。ただ、事故が新都で起きているなら近いなって。
知ってるけど、別にそんな大きな店じゃないよ。今のニュースみたいな事故は起きないと思う。
Every time they want to change the expression, but they don't really do a good job. The fact that the whole thing fades away. Man, I wish there was a way to take it out of this. I am not a fan of this general setup. I wish there's a way to make it like a text box at the bottom or subtitles or something. I don't know. I don't prefer it in the slightest. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Excellent. But it's not a risk I can completely ignore. Gas leaks can happen in any building, and on top of that, it hurts to think that hundreds of people are suffering. It's said that the accidents are happening often because of defective construction work during the rapid development of Shinto. Whether that's true or not, I certainly don't want any more victims.
物騒な話だ。俺たちも気をつけないと。
あ、それならご心配なく先輩。
Oh my
ガス
goodness.
の元栓はいつも2回チェックしてますから安心です。
See, that's annoying. It's like this short sentence. Sakura posts with pride.
いや、そういう話でなくて。
It's just really, really distracting. Yes, I thought so before, but Sakura's a bit off too.
先輩、裏手の戸締まりはしました？
したよ。缶抜きかけたけど、問題あるか？
ありません。それじゃあ鍵かけますね。
少し遅くなると思う。さくらは？
私はいつも通りです。多分私の方が早いと思いますから、夕食の下準備は済ませておきますね。
うん、助かる。俺もできるだけ早く帰るよ。
We lock the gates. Sakura and Fujine also have keys to my house, and the rule is that the last person out locks them.
行こうか。急がないと朝練に間に合わない。
Interesting.
はい。それじゃあ少しだけ急ぎましょうか、先輩。
We walk down to the town together. Passing the long wall and going downhill, we reach the residential district. My house is on top of the hill, far away from the center of town. Going down the hill takes us to the residential district and beyond that. We reach the crossroads at the center of this town. From here, there are many roads, big breeze leading to the neighbor city. We've been over this hill. A hill road that leads to Ryoto Temple. The residential district on the other side of town. The shopping district Sakura and I always use. And the school we're headed to right now. Okay. Great. We head for school without stopping elsewhere. We don't talk much as we walk up the hill. Since it's still 7 o'clock, there aren't many others on the road. Other than us, you can see there are a few others heading to their morning practices. This is the day Rin came early, right?
それじゃあまたな。部活頑張れよ。
Right, because I remember Sakura like coming to the archery club a little later than Rin. I part with Sakura at the school gate, like usual. Sakura's in the archery club, so we have to part here. We have to part here in the mornings. Oh, don't look so sad. But today Sakura doesn't go.
さくら、体の調子悪いのか？
いえ、そういうことじゃなくて、先輩、たまには道場の方に寄っていきませんか？
It's not like you have anything better to do, right?
いや、別に道場に用はないぞ。それに今日は一斉に頼まれてるから生徒会室に行かないとまずい。
Oh, what a blatant attempt.
そうですよね。ごめんなさい。余計なことを言っちゃって。
Sakura bows.
それじゃあ失礼します。晩ご飯楽しみにしていてくださいね。
Actually, isn't her art different now? I think she had this pose when she was talking to Rin earlier, but the hand was slid down to be covering her, the back of her hand, later on, right? Sakura runs off like she's ashamed of something. Dense yet, not dense yet. Oh, wow. Wow, this is gonna be a fun one. I wonder what that was all about.
Issei, いるか？
いるぞ。今朝は少し遅かったな、エミヤ。
He must have been studying. As Issei looks up from the paper he's reading.
一斉だけか。他の連中はどうしたんだ？
いや、あいにくとうちのメンバーはビジネスライクでね。働く時間帯はきっかり決まっていて、早出と残業はしたくないのだそうだ。
それで生徒会長自らが雑用か。ここはここで大変そうだな。
何？好きでしている苦労だ。エミヤに同情してもらうのは筋が違う。
いや、一斉に同情なんてしてないぞ。
それはそれで無念だが、聞き流すとしよう。情が映っているということでは同じだからな。
Sure, I do. Sure, definitely 100%. Issei, who's organizing the papers he was reading, is this big boss of student council room. He's a guy trying his best to reform the lax student council. He's been a friend of mine since first year. His full name is Ryoto Issei. Despite his old-fashioned name, he has elegant features, and he's really popular with the girls. So this is in Cancer President, so you think he'd take to it like a duck to water, but
やはり朝は舌がしびれるほどの熱湯が良い。
he's just sipping tea like this, so he's not that firm. As you can see, Issei has a plain personality. It's easily misunderstood, but he doesn't involve himself in love affairs nor engage in normal student recreations. It's because he's the successor to the Ryoto Temple up in the mountains. He's fine with that idea, so there's a good chance he'll shave his head when he graduates.
それで今日は何をするんだ？
Sucks for him.
ああ、まあともかく座って一服と言いたいのだが、時間がないな。移動がてら説明をするゆえ、いつもの道具を持ってついてきてくれ。
I suppose this would be much cheaper than calling an actual mechanic.
率直に言うとな、うちの学校、金のバランスが極端なんだよ。
知ってる。運動系がひいきされてるもんで、他に予算がいかないんだろ？
But that still means it's balanced, just maybe not in some people's favor, right?
結果、文化系の部員は絶えず不遇の扱いでな。
Oh, is this why he was so mad at Rin? Giving the archery club all that money.
今年から文化系に予算が行くよう尽力しているのだが、予算の流れが不鮮明でうまく回っていない。お
Interesting.
かげで未だ文化系の物質は不遇でな。
Interesting.
特に冬のストーブ不足に関しては打開策がまるでない。
Huh.
そうか。あ、マイナスドライバーくれ。一番大きいやつな。
I would
あ
just.
と動線も。
動線？これか。すまん。よくわからん。間違っていたら叱ってくれ。
当たってるからいいよ。で、ストーブ不足がどうしたって？ここ以外にも故障してんのがあんのか？
ある。第二小学室と美術部の暖房器具が怪しいそうだ。新品購入願いの嘆願書が刻一刻と増えている。
けど予算にそんな余裕はないと。やっぱり劣化してるだけだな。中がイかれてなくて助かった。
治りそうか、エミヤ。
Well, what do you think it getting old really means? It means some of the wearable parts are wearing out. Which just means you gotta hope that which means it can be fixed. It means the mechanisms are still working and all that, and you just need to replace some parts, probably.
治るよ。こういう時古いやつは分かりやすくていい。
Well, they don't have digital inputs or anything like that. They're very lacking in control and things that aren't directly there. So long as you can understand the physics and whatnot behind them, then you can figure out how they can work.
配線系のショートだから新しいのに変えればとりあえず今年いっぱいは頑張ってくれる。
Really? That's it? Damn.
そうか。やるな、エミヤ。お前が頼りになると極めて嬉しいぞ。
おかしな日本語使うね、一世。もう少しで済むからちょっと外に出ててくれ。
エミヤの邪魔はせん。
Issei leaves the room quietly. It seems he assumes I'm going to do something delicate.
いや、デリケートといえばデリケートなんだけど。
I place my hand on the old electric heater. Usually, even if you're used to fixing things, it's hard to figure out what's wrong just by looking at it. True. Because you need to. It's not by just looking at it. Whew, either there's like a really heavy telltale sign, or you'd have to like. There's a thing because you use it a bit in more like validation testing and whatnot. Because it's basically the same thing. You're trying to figure out what's going wrong in something, maintenance, all that sort of stuff. Basically, you have to have this sort of isolationist, isolationist sort of thinking, this mindset where you have to think, okay, how can this part in the system affect everything else? And you need to look at what's going wrong, start coordinating off systems of what could be causing it, and then logically just break down what it is until that point that you have a specific part of it that's causing the problem or group of things, etc., etc. So the fact that I figured out means that what I'm doing is not ordinary. I block out my vision, look inside the heater with my sense of touch. Oh, is this your magical thing? In that moment, an image appears in my head.
電熱線が断線しかかってるのが2つと、電熱管はまだ持つな。電源コードの方は絶縁テープでなんとかなる。
Good. I can fix the things with the tools I have with me. If the pipe were broken, it couldn't be fixed by an amateur. If that had been the case, I would have had to strengthen it in a very unamateurish way. But in this case, just looking at it would suffice. This is the magic Shirou learned from Kiritsugu.
よし、始めるか。
I take the cover off and start to work. I'm still wondering which one. Like, I mean, it seems really blatant that Sakura is probably going to be part of a magic family, probably. And Emi here probably is, but it feels like there's two that seem like they're definitely have magic, and Rin only mentioned one, so I wonder what oversight was done. Again, I guess Sakura hasn't been confirmed at this point, but still. I already know where it's broken, so the rest is easy.
これだけは得意なんだけどな、俺。
It's quite a skill, though. That's right, Shirou has no talent for magic. Though it doesn't make up for it, I think I'm quite skilled at visualizing structures like I just did just now. In fact, when I first figured out a structure and reproduced it, my father looked surprised and said, "What a useless ability." I guess my strong point isn't a useful ability. Great. It is in some cases. All talents have a use somewhere. It just depends on what you're doing. According to my father, it's already a waste of effort to perceive the structure with my eyes. For a real magus, there's no need to understand every corner of a structure just like I did. They say that the battle of the mages comes in reading the center, the core of things instantaneously, and changing it faster than anything else. That's why reading structures is a waste of effort, as even if you do understand the structure, all you can do is determine where the magical energy could be more easily transmitted. So, all in all, it turns out my strong point is just in fixing things like this. I don't have to open them up to look for damage. If I can quickly search for broken parts and have the skills to repair them, most things can be fixed. Though, that's only the case for simple things that can be fixed with amateur knowledge.
よし、終わり。次に行くか。
I back away the conducting wire I use and go on into the hallway with a wrench in hand. Oh, right. Wrench in hand, right?
Issei, 修理終わったぞ。
But in the hallway, someone else apart from Issei, a girl. Haha. Hello. You look bulkier. Maybe it's the coats, or whatever you want to call it. But you look bulkier than I thought you would. I'm a bit surprised. The person talking to Issei is Tohsaka from Class 2A. She's a lady who lives in a big mansion top of the hill, a perfect honor student. Good-looking, smart, athletic, and faultless. She's intelligent, well-mannered, and modest about her looks. People say she is the ideal woman. So it hardly needs to be said that the guys at my school treat her like an idol. Though in Tohsaka's case, she's so perfect that she's considered unreachable. It's commonly believed that only teachers and guys like Issei can even talk to her. Well, to be honest, I'm a guy too. I am? What? Whoa, 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 whoa! That's a heavy bomb to drop, Emiya. That's a heavy fucking bomb to drop. So I'm one of Tohsaka Rin's admirers. Ooh, am I great? Ah, she looks mad. Tohsaka looks at us as if she's in a bad mood. It seems to be true that she and Issei don't get along.
悪い。頼んだのはこっちなのに、エミヤに任せっきりにしてしまった。
So whatever problems I was having with like I didn't really mention it because if it was just gonna be there, it was just gonna be there. But that seems to have gone away. The side border thing where it was like piling up the old ones for a while, like and it had like the coloration of other stuff over there. That seems to have gone away, or maybe not. No, that's fine. Well, whatever. Wow. Issei is an amazing man, talking like that and ignoring Tohsaka.
そんなこと気にするな。で、次はどこだよ。あんまり時間ないぞ。
ああ、次は視聴覚室だ。 前から調子が悪かったそうなんだが、この度ついに天寿を全うされた。
天寿全うしてたら直せないだろ。買い直した方が早いぞ。
そうなんだが、一応見てくれると助かる。俺から見れば臨終だが、お前から見れば仮病かもしれん。
そうか。なら試そう。
At the very least, Emi doesn't seem to know anything about Rin's true personality or a life or anything like that. There's only about 30 minutes left until homeroom. I'll have to hurry if I'm going to fix it. I start for the AV room with Issei, but it's impolite to ignore completely when we've met like this. I turn back to Sakura, who's standing there in a daze.
朝早いんだな、Tohsaka.
Yeah, she looked confused. I make an honest comment, then follow Issei.
ギリギリ間に合ったか。すまんなエミヤ。また苦労をかけた。頼み事をした上に遅刻させては友人失格だ。
Okay, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for this time. Well, I'm not sure if it's going by everything else quicker, but I imagine there shouldn't be as many random things in just info dumps as there were in what I guess is the prologue. I guess it did call it the prologue in the menu too. Okay. Okay. I will leave it there for today. So, the slow start definitely, I guess I'm definitely more invested now than I was previous to when the action started to pick up in this recording session specifically. And now I'm a bit more invested because there's a different perspective on the other stuff, so there's a bit more to think about, and you have the stuff that's coming up that you know a bit more about, and yeah. So it's not the worst thing in the world that it has a bit of a slow start, so you can even go through this part without it being as disinteresting, I suppose. It wasn't the best start. This did not have the best start. But it's getting more interesting. It's definitely getting more interesting, so yeah, I'll leave it there, and I'll see you all next time. Drive safely, everyone.